welcome to my channel, AB Make It Artwork, where we do what we do to make that artwork for you. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the sketchbook that I will be using for Inktober and the Sketchbook Slam Challenge. It is the very big sketchbook with 600 pages from Art Alternatives. It is a 75-pound acid-free paper, and it is considered good for sketching, doodles, notes, multimedia, journaling, history, chronology, and memories. And I wanted to test out how well it would work for using different types of media and how hardy the paper is in regards to absorption. What stuff can I use in it? Is it as multimedia as one of my other books? Which, the book that I'm referring to is my Canton mixed media book. It's an 11 by 14. Not sponsored, too small time for that. It's just an inch bigger than the big sketchbook. On Amazon, it was, I believe, just under $23, maybe $24. And I bought two of them because I knew that I wanted to test out one to see how the paper could handle different materials, so that I could see what materials are okay for my book, for me to use throughout the challenge. And that was about the only reason, so that I could test out and see how well the paper does. And because I'm a little extra. Thus far, the sketchbook that I will be using for the challenge, I have decorated with stickers and such. I'm going to have a lot of fun. I'll probably write down the day that I start. And I have the prompt list for Inktober, so that should be fun. Anyways, let's get started and see what kind of stuff we can put into this book. So let's see, I'm going to start off with some basic staples, giant pencil, some charcoal, Prismacolor pencil, some off-brand Crayola S pencil, and very thin thus far. So let's start off with the big pencil.
It's alright paper. Just like on the average. Probably shouldn't have started in the right corner. But oh well. Rules for art are meant to be broken. That's pretty nice thus far. That's that. Let's see. This is a medium charcoal pencil, by the way. This pencil is a 6B Pastel Jumbo pencil from Faber-Castell. I'll probably talk about each of the things as I use them. This is a Derwent charcoal, the medium. So obviously using dry media isn't going to impact the paper a pencils. And since the other pencil is a wax-based pencil, the isopropyl alcohol will work on that as well.
So those were our dry and then a wet media testing out. So let's get into some different pens. I have some water-based and different inks, a couple of alcohol-based, and this one's a mixture of archival ink and isopropyl alcohol to thin it down, because this stuff is way too thick on its own. Like, let's see. And for some reason it tends to like goop out of this. But I do like how it feels when I use it. So once we're done with all these like tests, we'll flip the page and see how saturated the back of it is.
That's a weird smell. It smells like isopropyl alcohol and ink. So this is a Karate brush pen, and we know because it says so at the end. And it's definitely a water-based one that doesn't tend to seep through the page. And it does alright if you apply an even slow pressure on it for trying to get the most amount of color out. I really like it. Because it kind of has a nice fine S-tip. I kind of like it better at using it for doing line work, because I do love the variation in weight of lines and how it can easily fill in large spaces and create a gradient. Those are things I really appreciate about it. So you're kind of getting an all-around sort of review and opinions. Let's use this one. I think I had to load this one up. I think this, I'm not sure what brand this is. I just have another brush pen. I think I got the Karate brush pen from a Sketchbook. And this one I bought at a stamp store. It's called the Stamp Cache. If you're ever in Alaska and you want to find a place that has a lot of different inks and markers, go to Stamp Cache because they sell Copics. And they're super friendly, and if you become like a routine customer there, they give you like special discounts. They really like you. And I really like them, and they're pretty chill. Small business supports your local businesses. There aren't enough local businesses here that sell art supplies. That's a bit scratchy. It's hard to kind of use that one. This is a Tombow dual brush pen. So one side you will find that it has the brush tip, which I have ordered a grayscale set of these for Inktober because I really enjoy using them. They have this nice little tiny nib, bullet nib, and it gets pretty good thin lines. So there are two of them, I'm going to use both. Go in with a normal pen. This is a Taylor roller ball pen from Basic. Goes with Basic here. Pumpkin spice kind of basic. But they got a special one, so it's not basic, they got a V. This writes pretty smoothly, and I like using it for writing. I do not use it for drawing though. So pen I do use for drawing are these Papermate pens. I sometimes use them for sketching, and that's quite a fun endeavor because they have 4 different colors. And they have basic pens that come in other colors.
So let's try some alcohol-based markers. This is a Sharpie brush pen in yellow. That's about all I can tell you. They don't really name the colors per se, they just have them. I like the brush tip on this. It's got really nice color, smooths out pretty alright. Here's a Prismacolor marker. I have thinned this out with some isopropyl alcohol because this one was really dead at the get-go, so I'm not going to say it's Scarlet Lake because it is not in its full capacity of being that color. Like, it's not at its fullest opacity or intensity because I've watered it down. Yeah, you can see it's a little streaky. Should make it for some interesting kind of things. I'm gonna try out, not with that brush. This is a mixture of India ink, archival ink, some acrylic paint, and isopropyl alcohol.
And when I first mixed it, the archival ink and India ink were having none of it. And I think it's because the archival ink feels a bit more like an oil. It's got a texture and viscosity that's like a thick oil, whereas obviously India ink is very water-like. And I just love how this color kind of ended up coming out. It's stinky though. Like, because of the isopropyl alcohol, it's very stinky. Okay.
It's a nice color though. It's a very nice slate gray. I'll wash that later. I think the last thing I'm going to try out is a mixture of Cali non-clogging pigment waterproof calligraphy ink. In Scarlet. mixed with acrylic white paint and some water to dilute, because sometimes I really enjoy these acrylic and ink washes and how they look on paper.
Look at that color. It's a very nice, creamy tomato soup kind of color. It's like, I'm really kind of digging. It's nice, soft, peachy sunset. Like if I had to paint a peach with this color, I would. So obviously the paper's going to buckle a little bit because it's not really meant for a lot of water. But these kind of ink washes are just really fun for putting some color down on the page. And when you dilute it like this, it lasts for a long time. I believe I was watching something, it was how to use a sketchbook and how to begin using a sketchbook from a sketchbook video series where artists explain what they do with their sketchbooks. And I just really enjoyed how this guy used acrylic paint and ink to do these washes and then make these silhouettes and then fill them in, and that seemed like a lot of fun.
And with that being said, that's about all I'm going to test out on this paper, because it seems like that's enough. Like, it's really good for dry media. It's good to some degree with some of the pen media. And let's just flip her over. Okay, that's about as expected. I've got some stuff in the way, so you can obviously see some of the buckling from where it's still wet, from some of the ink washes, the ink and paint wash. This one mixture of archival ink and alcohol did seep through, which I expected that to happen. Alcohol-based inks are going to seep through this paper, whereas water-based inks, probably not. Just why I've purchased some ink supplies that will be coming in probably by the 3rd. I'm hoping they'll get here sooner. But yeah, that's about what I expected of it. I hope that this sort of review of the sketchbook was helpful for you, that if you are planning on doing some mixed media in here for your own Sketchbook Slam challenge, that now you're aware of the extent at which this paper can handle, and that helps you on your own draw venture and sketchtastic journey. That's about all I have for you guys today. I hope that wherever you are, you have a wonderful day, and that you continue to do what you do to make that artwork for you. Lots of love. Bye.